Recorded live at 4 Z Studios Brisbane on 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
With 10 years experience and over 500 episodes,
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture.
Want to reach out? Message us on Facebook at ZED Games AU.
Hey.
Hello,
Zed
hello.
Games.
Hello.
Hello.
We're in studio tonight. I'm Maylee.
I'm Hazel.
I'm Zahra.
And we're here to talk about some video games.
No.
Yes.
Stop
No.
Yeah.
Are you...
That's
What's
the
a
dog
video
I
game?
gosh,
use when my...
Maylee.
That's the voice I use when my dog's being cute.
Well, I want some treats, Maylee. I want some treats. I want something I can bite my teeth into.
You want bite-sized gaming review content?
Yes.
Well, that's what we've got.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. What a Thursday. What a Thursday. I am. I'm really excited now.
But before we get into the meaty multiplayer goodness that we will discuss later, I just want to know how's it hanging? How's the game and life? What have we been playing lately?
What have I been playing lately? You know, I've just been watching other people play video games. I'm very into really, really glitched out speed runs, where they're like, we're going to figure out a way to get Spyro from point A to point Z while skipping every point in between. And it's fascinating. I don't know how these people find these things.
Yeah, I've never understood how people find.
I mean, the game's
exploits
only
like
been
that.
out for like 20 years.
No, it's been out for longer.
But still, I don't get it.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, hobbies. That's kind of what I've just been watching other people do the hobby, pretty much.
I mean,
My
that's
graphics card died,
Oh,
so I got a new one.
fun. Is it
F
better?
in the chat, and also epic win for the new. I'm so sorry.
Epic fail for my bank account. Although the prices did drop
Oh, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
because cryptocurrency is worthless now.
Yay.
Woo.
I mean, not if.
It
Not for
costs
everyone.
more to mine than it's worth, so no one's mining it, which means there's lots of very heavily used GPUs out there, but also new ones, the prices are going down.
Now's the time. to
Exciting
buy.
times.
Or
And
it's a better
surprising no one, I've been playing the new season of Trackmania.
Enjoying it?
Oh, well, I'm fast. Very fast. Very fast. Those the Trackmania people. They're like
Trackmania
vroom.
people are vroom.
You've seen it?
Yeah, they're just like vroom. Vroom.
I think we need to get our energy straight. Some weird vibes in the studio tonight. So I'm going to put on the news and we can all get a little update of the world. We'll be back soon.
This week in gaming news. The LA-based Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3 as it's commonly referred, previously known as the world's largest video game trade show, has had a rough couple of years due to exhibitors moving away from paying for expensive booths and shut down due to the COVID-19 pandemic. E3 has struggled to redefine itself in a changing world and had been making moves towards a more consumer-friendly show akin to PAX. This week, those intentions were realised as the owners of E3, the ESA, announced that the show will now be produced by ReedPop, the company behind PAX, Star Wars Celebration, New York Comic Con, and many others. Local boy and ex-ReedPop Global Gaming Content Director Guy Blomberg has rejoined the company as the Business Development Director for E3. Full Circle, the developer of the hotly anticipated Skate sequel, recently released a promotional video for the game titled Still Working on It to show fans the current state of the game and what they hoped to achieve in the final product. The game is still in very early development, and the humorous video bears the jank and bugs proudly, but shows a lot of what they intend to include. What the developer didn't intend, however, was that a copy of the build from September 2021 would leak onto the internet. The state of the build is described as pre-alpha, and the developer took to their blog to recommend not playing the leak. Whilst we understand you're excited to get into the game, we encourage you to be careful when downloading files from unknown sources. The best way to get the chance to play is by signing up for Skate Insider playtesting. Microsoft has announced that of October 1st this year, Games with Gold will no longer include 360 games with its monthly releases. In an email to subscribers, we have reached the limit of our ability to bring Xbox 360 games to the catalogue. This will not impact any Xbox 360 games that you have downloaded before October 2022. Any Xbox 360 titles that you redeem via Games with Gold before that time are yours to keep on your Xbox account, regardless of whether you continue your subscription. 2 hotly anticipated sequels have received release dates for later this year. God of War Ragnarok will be released on the 9th of November, continuing the tale of Kratos and his son in the world of Norse mythology. Meanwhile, Nintendo has tweeted out, along with a new 3.5 minute long trailer, the release date for Bayonetta 3. You can get your Witch on come the 28th of October. Upcoming game releases. July 14 brings Escape Academy for PlayStation and Xbox consoles as well as PC, and Rune Factory 5 for PC. July 20th brings As Dusk Fall for Xbox platforms and PC, Endling, Extinction is Forever for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch and PC, Into the Breach gets its mobile port for iOS and Android via Netflix, and Stray is released on PlayStation platforms and PC. And on July 21st, Bright Memory Infinite gets its console release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. That's all this week in gaming news.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
We got that news bomb in your ears.
So, I kind of wanted to talk about the game being the pre-alpha version of the game being leaked, and first of all, the idea that the developer has to be like, hey guys, internet safety. Maybe not just download random files off the internet just because it says it's something, which is like, I don't know what we're learning in IT in school anymore, but I thought that was common knowledge. Just like, don't. But then there was that thing with QR codes going around where they were like, scan this QR code to download this movie, and everyone's like, don't just scan random, don't just trust the internet blindly.
Like, I get it, but also sometimes, what if the offer's good? Sometimes I want to take that risk. I want to get the offer. I want to make bad choices.
Maylee, have I got news for you? You are actually our 10,000th announcer. And if you just press this button right there,
the big off button.
Yes.
You want me to press off?
You will win $1 million.
You are playing with fire. I'll do it. I'll press the button.
That's not even my microphone.
That's your microphone.
So be it.
There is an update to the Skate story, which Paul shared, which is that even dodgier, if you didn't feel safe downloading the original file, people have gone out there and modified it so that you can play online with other people in the pre-alpha builds.
And if you download it, you also get $1 million.
Yeah. And you get to play Skate 4.
Only if you're the 10,000th skater, though. And that 10,000th skater's name? Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
No,
You're selling me on this.
The other franchise.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
The one where they don't make new games anymore because of,
betrayal.
I
I know it's not betrayal, but I choose to think of it as...
E3's back?
I don't want to talk about E3.
They fully cancelled it, and then they were like, actually, we're going to bring it back in the same year, a few months later.
I don't... No. No, it's not going to happen. No.
You don't believe? You think they're lying?
I don't think they're lying. I think it's just not.
I mean, they put completely different people in charge of it, but I still would not be surprised if we get like E3 cancelled for the second time in the same year. In a couple months' time.
It just feels kind of redundant now that we've sort of shown that we don't really need E3's room and stage. Like, we can just...
It needs to evolve. It needs to become E4.
E4. Oh, what's the fourth E?
Explicit.
Oh. Oh my.
All right, moving along from that.
We're not going to go down that path tonight.
No. we are going to look at bite-sized reviews of games you can play with your pals.
But not any amount of pals.
A moderate to large amount of pals.
Yeah. So I've had an issue really for years now. I love playing online video games with my friends.
Yeah.
But I always have just a bad number of friends. I always have a bad group. And primarily lately, there's a group of people I want to play with, and there's 5 of us.
Ooh.
And it's a bad number to find video games.
It's a very awkward number.
So I've been thinking about it lately, and tonight we're going to talk about some games that if you got 5, maybe 6 people, you can play. Because I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this problem.
Yeah, some of us
Yeah.
are popular and have many friends.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Everyone on this show.
And if you're
So
not
mean.
popular, you're now my friend. I love you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're listening to Zed Games, is that it?
You're listening to Zed Games. You're listening to Zed Games.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games.
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 Perfect. Thank you. You're listening to Zed Games. We're a bit shuffly in the studio tonight.
Shuffly?
Shuffly. We're having a bit of a shuffle.
Oh,
Shuffle,
we're a
shuffle.
pack of cards?
Yes.
Oh. Then shuffle
And
us.
I am the Joker.
the
But
I was going to say you're the dealer, but you know what? Yeah, sure.
I was thinking multiplayer games that have 5 or more people that you can play. I mean, where would I start on that? With a game I love and have hundreds of hours on? Possibly. But no. I want to talk to you all about golf.
Tell me more.
Do you have friends?
Yes.
Then
So many of them.
what's the point of having friends if not to play golf with them?
Oh my God, you're so right.
I'm so right. We're talking golf with your friends, baby.
What? Go. Tell me.
We mean mini golf, right?
Well, the game is called Golf with Your Friends, but it is mini golf, yes.
Okay.
Because that's the fun kind of golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I play normal golf? No offense. If you love normal golf, you live your life.
Or
So
big
golf.
Full offense.
Okay. differing levels of offense coming from the studio tonight. Take your pick.
This is my personal opinion.
Golf with your friends can actually facilitate up to 12 people. So it can take a group of 5 like mine, or much bigger or smaller, and you load into a virtual mini golf course with your peeps, your homies, your dudes and dudettes,
You little buds.
Your pals.
your chicken nuggets,
Your friendos.
your spicy boys.
Hombres.
We should. Anyway, you load in as a group to, whatever map. They've got candy-themed maps. They've got a Egyptian pharaoh
Classic.
pyramid-themed map. They've got a haunted museum,
Very classic.
under the sea,
Ooh.
outer space theme.
Whoa.
They got all the styles. Whatever you want. Mini golf, we got it. I actually am thinking, I don't know if there's any maps with a windmill on them, though. So
Oh.
That seems lacking.
Then, okay.
but they've got everything but a little windmill. Everything but.
Okay. I mean, that's still pretty good, but go on.
You load in. You can't see yourself. You're just a ball. And you line up your shot as the ball. And you take turns simultaneously. Well, it's not turns. Everyone takes as many shots as they need to get to the point at the same time. Or the hole. And you score them up over 12 holes. 12 is how many there are in golf.
Yes, traditionally, yes.
Yes. I'm trying this new thing where
What
I'm
are
not
you
looking at
talking
my...
about?
Is it not 12?
Let's move along.
Okay. I'm trying this
It's
new
12.
thing where I'm not looking at my notes, and it's going splendidly, guys.
It's either 9 or 12.
It's 9 or 18.
I thought it was maybe 14.
12 is a sensible number. We're rolling a 12.
You
Rolling.
do all the ones, and you add them up, and whoever gets the lowest score wins, because that's golf, baby. And it's just great. You're a little golf ball. You can color the golf ball and put a little funny hat on your golf ball.
Ooh.
I like to make my golf ball bright orange and give it a traffic cone hat.
Can I have a little cowboy hat?
Yes, you can.
Can I have a little
Absolutely.
clown hat?
I think so.
Can I have a little crown?
Yes, that one for sure.
Could I have a party hat?
Yes. You can have a dunce hat.
Oh, whoa. That's the game for me.
It's not pointed. It's just if you want one.
No, I'm embracing it. I've got a dunce
Okay.
hat.
Dunce caps are pretty pointed, though.
Oh, can you use these hats as weapons?
No, you cannot.
It just clicked, and I want Hazel to leave.
All right, see ya.
No.
So it's got normal golf mode. It's also got other modes if you want to make things more interesting. Party modes where you can run into, it's like Mario Kart, run into things and then pick up gear that lets you mess with your opponents. You know, you can turn your opponent's ball into a cube.
Oh, that's inconvenient.
It is.
Is it when you make the room you can choose whether collision is on or not?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So
you're all
you
just
might
like
just glide through each
bing.
other, or you might bing bong off each other.
Yeah,
Bing
or
bong.
you could decide, I don't need to make progress, and turn around and send someone back to the Stone
Oh,
Age.
you can Fall Guys it. Oh, you can Fall Guys it. Oh, you
Sometimes
can
if you're
sabotage.
doing really badly in the game, I like to just bring other people down with me. I'm like, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to make sure everyone else is
Crab
having a
bucket.
bad time too. And that's the best way to spend time with your spicy boys.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. Oh,
So that's
Spicy crab bucket.
that's the first little nibble of the night.
golf with your friends.
Golf with your friends. It's good. If you're thinking, I don't want to play golf, you're wrong. You do want to play golf.
It
Trust
with
me.
your friends.
I was doubting it, and then I played it, and it was fun.
Oh well, I think I know what we're going to be playing next.
We're going to be
Mini-golf
playing.
games are traditionally fantastic, but yes.
They are. We will be doing more golfing talk in the future, but right now I want to, hand it over to someone from the past
Oh,
who's going to talk to us about a game that we couldn't not mention. Really one of the biggest names in multiplayer games or gaming in general. But we would just want to talk to you about specifically how to do it with your friends.
yeah.
So here's Past Zahra.
Take it away, Pa Zahra.
Minecraft is a sandbox game where everything is made up of blocks, and with this simple concept comes a world of possibilities limited only by your imagination. And thanks to a well-established community for over a decade, there has been a lot added to this game in the form of puzzles, maps, mods, stories, and so much more, which makes this an ideal choice for multiplayer fun. With the addition of Minecraft Realms, a subscription-based service that allows the subscriber to host a service for themselves and up to 10 friends, it makes it super easy to create a server where you and your friends can enjoy making builds, exploring, and collaborating on projects together. Even without Realms, it's relatively easy to create a multiplayer server for you and your friends, and following some guides by the community, you can deck out these servers with mods and custom content for whatever your playstyle is. And if you and a group of friends are looking for some quicker games or don't want to have to do all the setup, you can join other larger servers often run by groups of people who have cultivated mods and plugins for an enjoyable online experience, where you can participate in events, create builds, form guilds even. You and your friends could establish yourself as a faction and have your own castle. If the survival route isn't for you, there are loads of other types of maps and servers. Adventure maps have you following a story, while tons of servers host a variety of minigames, including Capture the Flag, Hide and Seek, Parkour, Cops and Robbers, Spleef, Build Battle, and so much more. There are even servers that recreate MMOs like RuneScape. There's a ton of options out there, and don't usually take long to set up or hop into.
Thanks, Past Zahra.
Thank you, Past Me.
You did really good.
I'm really proud of me.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. I did have a little story that I wanted to sort of add that I wasn't too sure if I'd have time to, but I used to play a lot of Minecraft with my sisters, and one of my sisters very into I loved the creative side of it. I loved like crafting, mining, building, but she was just like, I want to play in the Hunger Games server, and I was like, that sounds actually terrifying. So like You could group up like a pretty big group. I'm putting that in quotation marks. But mostly it was just her and I. And I would pretty much just be like, I'm so scared right now that all I'm going to do is be your meat shield so you have a better chance of winning the Hunger Games. And that was something that I did a lot of. I was just like, I'll fight for you, my sister. Go, live, tell my tale. And I'll just like, die. It was very dramatic. I don't understand why I was so afraid. These were like 8-year-olds I was versing, and I wasn't an adult. But Minecraft, what a game.
No, that's scary.
It's scary.
Well, what if you tried really hard and you still lost to an 8-year-old?
Well,
that's scary.
That is scary.
So,
no, some 8-year-olds are really good at video games.
So, have you seen some 8-year-olds? They have no business. Have you
Still
seen some of them playing Fortnite? They're like building a whole hotel in like 3 seconds while sniping someone with a shotgun from the other side of the map. And I'm just like, what is happening? I can't process what's happening. In Minecraft, at least, I'm like, there's Minecraft Steve who's got a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go now and get all my friends and be meat shields for each other.
I
That
think
sounds lovely.
That's a very bonding experience.
Yeah.
Like, you die for your homie, and like at least maybe you all won't make it, but someone will. And that's beautiful.
Okay, but what happens if you're the last group of people left alive?
Well, then you have to make a very hard decision. And honestly, it doesn't happen very often in friendships that we have to make a decision where we have to, sacrifice ourselves in order to let one of the homies win. But sometimes it has to be done. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I don't think it is.
It's not.
It's quite brutal.
This is Zed Games, and I'm Maylee here in the studio. I'm just bipping bopping in to talk to you all to say that Paul has prepared. He prepared the news earlier in the hour, but he's also got a review of a little game you can play with your homies.
News and a review from Paul?
He is unstoppable.
Oh, that is why we
Non-stop
call him
Paul.
Unstoppable Paul. Or
Paul the content machine.
Paul the powerhouse.
Paul 24/7.
Oh. I don't know why that just... Oh, dear. Oh, I want to listen to the review. I want to listen to it.
Let's go.
Yay.
Rifftrax is a licensed game about making witty quips to public domain films. The concept is very simple. The game contains hundreds of very short clips from public domain movies. Players are tasked with filling in a missing line, and then they can vote on which line they felt was the best. The clips are kept short, so it doesn't feel too repetitive when it's replayed for everyone's answers, and those answers are spoken aloud by a sometimes hilariously average text-to-speech voice.
It's only grass. I'm not a dope fiend.
You'd be a real dope if you didn't listen to Zed Games.
You can also include sound effects if you're feeling feisty enough. You start the game on your console or PC, and then all players join the session using their phones or any device with a web browser really. You go to the game's website, type in the room code, and off you go. It's a setup much the same as the modern Jackbox games. Now when I first saw the game, my initial reaction was, hey, this is just a rip-off of What the Dub. And I was right to feel this way. Some might even call it the next game by the same developer, Wide Right Interactive. There are a few key differences that may sway you either way, however. Rifftrax is based on, Rifftrax, the company formed with talent from cult classic Mystery Science Theater 3000, which provided humorous commentary for public domain films. The license adds a few things to the game. Namely, if you can't think of a response, you can let the game use a pre-written line by and read by one of the Rifftrax team. There's also an alternative mode where each player gets a list of pre-written responses and has to pick from that instead of writing their own answers. Personally, I never really got Mystery Science Theater, and I don't really enjoy the pre-written riffs here, so that probably means they're in the same style. So if you do like Mystery Science Theater, the humour will likely work for you. Rifftrax advertises over 250 clips in the game, which is actually less. What the Dub lists over 400. That said, the PC version of Rifftrax allows you to import your own custom clips, responses and sound effects. The player counts are also different. Rifftrax allows 6 players, while What the Dub goes up to 12. Both games play well online if you're so inclined, but Rifftrax is more set up for allowing multiple people to join the same presentation screen, while What the Dub, you'll need to stream it via some other method. The website does offer some guides to do this, however. For me, this is definitely an everyone in the same room game though. It's super low stakes and gets very, very silly. For my money, What the Dub is a better option, as it has more built-in content and a higher player count, but Rifftrax does have that licensed content and some more features that could sway you. What the Dub is older though, so normally a bit cheaper. I generally buy these games on the Switch for its portability, but runs the same on all platforms, including PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
It's Zed Games.
Zed Games!
Here in your ear holes. Doing our thing. Here to talk to you about video games.
Video games?
But a specific video game, aren't we?
Oh.
Maybe.
Tell
or maybe a video game that lets you play hundreds of games.
That sounds fake. That sounds too good to be true. Surely no such game exists.
Tell us more about this myth.
I don't
Have
know.
you ever wanted to play a board game or something else that typically requires all of your friends to be sitting at the same table?
Yes, almost constantly.
But sometimes you can't get them all to sit at the same table?
Yes, almost constantly.
Because one of them has COVID and some of the others live like an hour away?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a weeknight?
Yeah.
You have work in the morning?
Yeah.
What if you could play it on the computer?
No. What are you talking about? What? What?
Tabletop Sim or Tabletop Simulator is one of a growing genre of games that are not quite games but more a system for playing other games in, where like they render a 3D tabletop space, they give you little pieces to play with, and you can do whatever the hell you want.
I have some questions. Can you play chess?
Yes.
Checkers?
Yes.
Poker?
Probably. Haven't checked.
Jigsaw puzzles?
Absolutely.
Solitaire?
Probably.
Mahjong.
Solitaire is a one-player game.
But
can you play it?
And what if I don't have a desk at home?
In case you want to play it in 3D
yeah,
what
instead
if I
of...
don't have a desk or
on-
playing cards at home?
You
This is a multiplayer
You could play the
game
regular
show.
Solitaire.
My computer doesn't have it.
Okay.
But I have Tabletop Simulator. Can I
Alright.
play Solitaire on Can I?
If it's not built into the game, there's definitely a mod for it.
Could I play card games that are best suited for parties that often have swear words in them?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Because one of the key features of Tabletop Sim is that it has like built-in Steam Workshop integration. So if the developers didn't feel it necessary to put something into the game, or they don't own the license for it, somebody out there probably made the game for Tabletop Sim, and you can just import it.
I've played some like really complicated, thousands of pieces, hours long gameplay time board games have been translated into Tabletop Sim, and I don't know how people spend all that time to do it, but they are my heroes.
It's really impressive.
I have very weird memories of being one of those people that had COVID, not being able to like use my brain enough to play anything except jigsaw puzzles, and you can upload images to be the jigsaw puzzle, and we all decided that some very nice art would be very good for jigsaw puzzles. And you know what? After a while, it wasn't really about the jigsaw. It wasn't about the picture on the jigsaw. It was about the friendship we were making along the way.
Is what was on the jigsaw puzzle not something that is safe to go to air?
I was gonna say, well, some of it was, but like
some very polite young ladies,
very lovely ladies, who love each other very much.
Aww. Just gals being pals.
Just gals being pals.
We just thought it would be funny. Yeah.
Negatives of Tabletop Sim: you don't get to pick up the pieces and play with them with your hands.
But you do with your fake
You do get to do it with the
Rendered
mouse, but it
hand.
doesn't feel as good.
It doesn't.
The physics are a little bit janky.
Which can be part of the fun sometimes.
But they do their best. They do their best to recreate the feeling of being at a table, being an idiot with your friends. There's even a button that lets you flick pieces in case you get fed up. Maybe you're losing at chess and you just flick the enemy king off the table.
That's just poor sportsmanship.
What about the flip the table?
Oh, you can flip the table and watch it fall into the abyss.
If you really had it, you can just press the flip table button.
Now, any smart host of a server, even with well-trusted friends, would turn that feature off.
Absolutely not.
No, you would. I wouldn't because I'm not a smart host. But even if you do, I recommend turning it off at the end once the game's done, and then you can all flip the table together. And the game is not happy when you do that, but I am.
There is also one other weird downside, which is that sometimes some of the buttons make the pieces stop working if you don't know what they do and you play with them too much. We managed to get a couple of jigsaw puzzle pieces glued to the table.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Which can happen in real life if
Not
you
naming any
accidentally
names about who did that.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
No. But I felt like I was being accused.
I thought that's what you were suggesting too.
It was just like, they can't defend themselves, whoever they are. So I shall defend them. It's fine. There's a lot of buttons.
There's a lot of buttons.
It's very fun.
Don't click them unless you know what they do.
A lot of, basically any game you could imagine.
Pretty much.
Board game that you could imagine.
It's just
you want to play Magic the Gathering? That's probably in there.
Probably.
I can't imagine how maddening that would be.
Yeah,
or actually I could.
A lot. Well,
Settlers of Catan.
Oh yeah, of course that's in there. Oh, you know what's a really good one that I recommend that I know is in there? Mysterium.
Mysterium.
It's a very good board game where you are seers trying to solve a murder through pretty artwork. This is Zed Games.
Oh.
I'm Maylee.
I'm Zahra.
I'm Hazel.
And I have a problem.
What's wrong?
So, finding video games to play with 5 people or more online is really hard, but apparently not as hard as sometimes I think it is, because we just don't have time to talk about them all as much as I'd like to.
We don't have enough time to talk about them all.
We've gotten through 4 and the hour's almost over.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh.
I blame
Paul.
Paul.
We do.
I blame Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul, you really took up that whole 3 minutes.
No, look, we can't be too hard on Paul. Like, that was a good quality, fancy review. So, thanks, Paul. Just,
Yeah, and I'm keen to try that one out.
Yeah.
I've played the others. I haven't played that one.
Yeah,
Gonna try it out. But we're just gonna, before we head off, gonna quick rapid fire some suggestions for you to check out.
Should we take turns?
Yeah, we can take turns. Here's some games for 5 or more people.
Yeah.
I particularly was told to read this one. Exactly this.
Yeah.
The first one I'm going to say is Overwatch with a frowny face.
Yeah.
Because it deserves one.
It's getting real close there, especially with Overwatch 2, because it's dropping down from 6 people per team to 5 people per team.
It's still got 5 in
Yeah,
Overwatch
but
It's
2.
also dropping from like $60 to $0.
But it's still got a frowny face.
It's still got a frowny face.
It's a really conflicting one.
It's not really. It's not conflicting whatsoever.
It's breaking my heart a little bit.
I have
That's
another
what it's
one.
doing. What do you got?
Gartic Phone.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a fun one.
It's totally free. It's just a website where you draw bad pictures with your friends
What more
in
could you
a
wanna
game
do?
format.
Yeah, it's just playing telephone, but with images, really.
Exactly.
But you have to draw the images, which makes it funnier.
Do you have a game? Zahra?
Among Us.
Among Us, a classic. You all know it. You love it, or you don't. But whatever.
Nice, short, easy.
We need the Among Us sting.
My friends won't play Among Us with me or any similar hidden role game because
pretty sus behavior.
I'm good at them and they're all bad at them, and that's the reason. They know it's true.
Jealous.
They are jealous. And last time we played, they just all say I'm the bad guy, even if I'm innocent. So I don't want to play with them anymore either.
Well.
You know what, Maylee, because I trust you so much, I'd love to play Among Us with you. I feel like that you'd be very truthful and forthright with me if you were the imposter.
Yeah, I'd tell you straight up, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I've got another game. I've got another game. A game, this is the game that I alluded to earlier with hundreds of hours. One of my most beloved games of all time. Amazing to play with large groups of people. It's Don't Starve Together.
Love it.
We have
Fan
reviewed
favorite.
that one before. It's a good one. It's on so many consoles, but really you want to do it on PC. Trust me, it's the best. Any others? We got time for
Jackbox.
Jackbox.
Yeah.
Jackbox. Get it on your phone. You can play it on your phone.
Yeah, you can play it over the internet. You all get into a group chat together. You have whatever, and you just someone streams the screen. Yeah, it's all good. It works out.
Sorry, you got one?
I was going to say Minecraft again. I panicked.
Minecraft
One with zombies,
deserves to be
perhaps?
mentioned twice.
Sorry?
One with zombies, perhaps?
One with zombies?
Not Minecraft.
Not Minecraft. We already mentioned Left... Oh,
No,
Left
we
4
didn't.
Dead! Left 4 Dead!
There we go.
Versus mode, where you can play as the zombies and the survivors, or the survivors, and you just go...
I'm also pretty sure there are mods out there that let you play the main game with more than 4 people. So if you're willing to mod,
absolutely.
check it out.
Yeah,
Left 5 Dead.
those games have been out for a while. There's a mod for everything.
I'm afraid we just got no more time for games,
Oh,
though.
No more time?
I'm too excited. We gotta go. All right, I love you all.
Bye.
See you next week.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Or follow us on social media at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.